Well, let's take a look at that. GT Motorsport, I guess. We have 5 different rounds of tracks. We have started around Monza, and round 2 should be gonna be for a Monaco. Round 3 should be Singapore, which is pretty big. And for the 4th time in Daytona. And the finale is the custom track is Road and Oach. Let's start it with the Monza circuit, and before we're gonna be making on to the last time. For just a very first time inside, we're gonna be taking for all cars at all cost. If we're gonna be going inside of Italy, we'll be heading right here to Automobilista for just a little bit for only one thing. For Autodromo Nazionale di Monza, overcast day, and it's absolutely for Speed Trap DRS, 2 DRS selection as well, and 3 DRS selection of this one. DRS detection zone. Over here for detection zone number 2, we have 2 DRS zones. We have all some kind of these ones. We have one safety car, which is the Mercedes AMG GTS safety car as well, and there must be the Ford F450 or 350, which is the ambulance as well. You should be able to get all the way around here with working sirens. And here are the old cars. We have the Porsche 911 GT3R as well. The 911 RSR, which is never slept to be found. That must be the GT3R. We have slept found here. The Corvette C7R. And that must be the over 200 mile per hour Aston Martin for as well. Aston Martin V8 Vantage GTE and Ford GT GTE as well for the LM cars. And the last thing is the Ferrari 488 GTE, which is pretty slow. We're going to be testing out for some first time. If I'm just going to be turning all the way around, that's a cause for an airbags as well. By using some other cars, that can cause some for potentially for shaking and not continuing to get all the way fast as well. And because of due to something kinds of other terms, it will be despawned if you just jump out of the vehicle as well. And because if you probably drive this vehicle like this, and jumping out of this vehicle will result for a despawnation. So it looks like I'm currently using for the Ford GTE as well. By the first thing, what Apple is gonna be trying to get all the way down. And the handling is pretty good than I ever expected. It's a little bit good what I'm absolutely going to be taking for this, giving ourselves for a good rate. Even it's going to be even closer, that should be going to be very loud as very possible. And you cannot able to shift around for this one. You can teleport back into the lobby. As we can be said, that will be using by for this a little bit one strategy as well. So using by the automatic transmission. How the 200 mile per hour car is it? Is this absolutely going to be very good as literally possible? Let's jump all the way out of the vehicle. And how is some other kinds of cars looks like for the manual county vehicles? They look like county vehicles as well. And before this is absolutely going to be necessary, looks like even this is absolutely pretty good as well. And now the ambulance is absolutely sensationary despawnation as well. So this is where we're going to be using for a safety car only 3 gears, not allowed to be extremely fast. That should guide for their safety and responsibility as well. If you jump out of the safety car, it won't be able to despawn. So before this is absolutely going to be came from, we're going to be using for the ambulance, and it was literally slow as well. For up to 56 miles per hour, we're going to be telling you how to press F, which is an air horn. And we're going to be telling around for do like this. I'm just going to be pressing J, which is I cannot able to turning on the sirens as well. I cannot able to turn on the emergency lights. All I have to do is we try to test some sirens. We cannot able to do like this. I hopefully that I'm gonna be returning for just a little bit as well. And because that was absolutely a little bit ruined. Because the first time that I never able to absolutely what I never saw. So let's get right back into the lobby, and we're gonna be checking for our next track. The next track will be Monaco. We'll be heading all the way right here. If we're gonna be doing for some lap times, that should be able to contain some huge corner cuts as well. Maybe let's just say we're gonna be doing for our best lap times. What weather is it? Overcast day also, but the DRS zone should be gonna be limited for a speed trap or something. So all you have to do is find ourselves a Ferraris only. But the Ford should be gonna be taking for this only one position as well. But looks like we're gonna be taking onto this one spot. Looks like it's gonna be for literally for a very one spot at this moment. And because of this using for a Ford GT LM car, I just absolutely snapped dead over here. Looks like getting all over to this track that I remember from Motorsport Legends. I mean, this is not remember from Motorsport Legends. It's Motorsport Racing from each yesterday that I might able to get back into this one as well. And the top speed should be gonna be 177, and that must be the fastest vehicle as all the way for back here. If I just gonna be jumping out of this vehicle, that might be able to despawn for against earlier. So all you have to do is moving down to Singapore. And let's not be able to know about this moment. And because of to do like this, it's gotta be a little bit harmless about this somewhere. In Daytona night time, that should be might able to get for a little bit for a rainy night, should be able to get a little bit huge. And this race night will be taking for a little bit of able for absolutely the fastest lap overall. And the top speed should be 177 miles an hour. And I might never gonna be taking for a little bit slowly, but this is where that I just instantly corner cutted and get finded by the police. And that's how the Ruination should be able to take it around for this one. And look at that, some kind of an unbeautiful beach. It's a little bit textured, but sometimes I might gonna be taking for a huge serious smashing all the way around. And not pretty good as well. So if this is absolutely not pretty good about this circuit, maybe the next Monaco should be in a Roblox as well. Wait a second. It should be going to be taking for a little bit for a new style as well. Replaced it Monaco means it should be what absolutely have to been to. It's just going to be a little bit worse. But no lap time has just counted yet. Exactly into the pits. Now let's get to be back into the lobby. And we'll be seeing another one for just as well. We can't able to return back into the lobby, but there it is. So it looks like we're heading into the middle as the Singapore like this one. And before we're going to be returning back into this one, I'll make sure this track was even more longer. I'm going to be using for the Corvette C7R. Looks like it's only overcast night as pretty as possible. And before this is going to be taking for a little bit much as using for the Porsche 911 RSR. I cannot even believe it, what is going on out here. So the first lap should be able to attacking from it's gonna be really first. But this is absolutely for a lap guide, an old Singapore circuit, which is absolutely for the longer version in about there's only one piece. So the first couple of corners is turn 1 and 2, 3. And straight away into it's gonna be one piece as well. In turn 4, and you're gonna be hitting around for the turn number 5 or 6. It should be gonna be blasted all the way into its front. Now looks like it's gonna be taking for a little bit of 6th gear by hitting to 276 miles per hour, and use another corner was removed chicane over here. But looks like we're just going to be taking a little bit of while, but the 2008 chicane was absolutely for literally here for anyways. And because of this strategy, that subject to be removed, it's going to be taking for a little bit of gone wisely, up to 6 gears of entire life. And because of this only one thing, there's another one is the chicane, and all over to the bridge, and making to this only one strategy. So it looks like this longer version was absolutely pretty big, as we cannot able to get all the way around. It looks like before I must get back into the lobby, I won't able to get for much as corner cuts as we don't have to look like that. And because the second sector was absolutely pretty finished, but looks like we just absolutely into the hairpin turn, as we're going to be slapped there and back into its own one piece, as we're going to be taking a little bit as much as possible. It looks like must be the endurance racing circuit, as pretty much well, but it looks like we're going to be taking a little bit as much and subject to never to return about this one. So it looks like we're back into this one case, and this is where you might be able to get back into the pits, and you can see in the pit lane that the final turns should be going to be in the middle of the one piece. It looks like we just absolutely went back into the pits and finished to this race earlier. So it looks like I have to jump out of this vehicle, and we're going to be seeing around for next, and I'm heading back into the lobby once again. It's almost going to be the end of this video for literally earlier, and before this is going to be taking for very much long, and we have the NASCAR Daytona night. That must be the heavy rain night, and because due to something for a massive overcast, I'm going to be using for a Porsche 911 RSR. After we're going to be slapped, I'm going to be taking for another chance to use this vehicle by its own size, and this is some kind of just a little bit corner. I think we just absolutely made for a wrong decision, and it looks like the wrong way should be going to be taking a little bit as much, as this video is over 15 minutes long, and because of all the kinds of terms and long tracks overall for this one in the road course should be absolutely taking all the way around for this one. It's just like an oval track, but you're like in Daytona 2017. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely going to be taking for as much high speeds as you can. The only recommendation is going to be using for the Aston Martin V8 Vantage GTE, because due to some kind of due to a huge spin out and making to only one kind of this one. So in the oval track, you might be able to use some kind of race cars for the GT race cars or Grand Touring race cars into the oval track as well. That may not sure is going to be taking for only one priority for saving much laps as you can, and that I can see the podium from the last night. So let's going to be heading back into the lobby before it won't be going to be too late as well. So looks like we're back up here for one more, and the finale is going to be literally right here for always. Inside of Monza, shouldn't be not able to take for a huge amount of laps as well. I can't believe it is going to be taking for a very much of seconds as we have been before. Looks like it's going to be the last one. Must be the road and want oats. Overcast and sunset as well. So we probably going to be using the Porsche 911 RSR. We'll be taking around for this a little bit seriously before we're going to be taking around for this end of this video. It looks like it's time to take all the way down into its front and get all over to its out of the pits. Then I must return back into the pits as well before I may leave. So if this is absolutely going to be saying thanks for watching, it's going to be taking for a little bit one. Everything is sounds within this car for as well, because of this aspect. That must be the sector 1. It looks like we're going to be slowing down for each either. That should might be able to take for corner cuts as well. So it looks like we're going to be pushing our two cars into the lead. And as you can see, for our best lap times, I might not going to be hurting by using a sequential transmission to get all the way up into down in this well. And because of this one in May subject, that we're going to be choosing the longer track as version as well, because this is got to be a little bit dangerous. Okay, for just a little bit. That must be the original racetrack in Roblox. That should made by themselves. It's not going to be taking around to do so. Like I say, in track racing, that should might able to use for the F1 2010 cars. That should might be able to make things a little bit hurt. That should might GT4 cars should be taking on the carousel and getting all the way back here and made to this scenario as well. Because of this, only one thing for the final corners was the chicane corner as well. And because due to something like it's gonna get hurt, well, looks like I should might be able to take around for a counted lap as well, but it did not. So that is it for this one video as well. And before it's time to get back into the lobby, and it's time to end for this video. So if you enjoyed for this one video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe and click that bell. And that is it for this all tracks. Thanks for watching. That and which will be Triple Concept signing off, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Over and out. And make sure this game is linked in the description down below, even the previous video.